Hey, it's Ryan and I'm in Black Rock City, Nevada, the home of Burning Man.
Burning Man is an epic adventure in the desert, but it takes a lot of work to be prepared out here. Come with me and I'll show you a bit of what it's like to live in Black Rock City and give you a few tips to plan your own journey to the playa. Burning Man is held at the temporary Black Rock City built on the Black Rock Desert in northwest Nevada, a few hours drive from Reno. A pentagonal trash fence is built around the city to define its borders and help catch any windswept gear, and up to 80,000 people visit the city every year. Burning Man has 10 principles for everyone to follow, and 2 of those, gifting and decommodification, mean that everything besides ice that is offered to you is done without cost and without expectation of return or exchange. This also means you won't see any bar selling Bud Light or see any commercial sponsorships. There are very few physical services provided by the city itself, except the one thing you can purchase with money on playa: ice. The rest is up to you, which leads directly into another principle: radical self-reliance. Burning Man is a difficult and isolated environment. Everything that is brought in must be brought out, and you need to be self-reliant for the things you need while on playa: food, water, gear, everything. Even having space in the car to take trash when you leave so it doesn't become moop. And don't mooch off someone else's hard work and planning either. Quite a bit of space in the city is taken up by pre-registered group camps. There are larger groups that pool resources, supplies, food, and infrastructure, and you'll often find these camps gifting services, food, or planning events for the cities of Black Rock City. We, however, were in open camping, which means you can camp on any non-reserved space along the city's outer streets and set up how you like, as long as you're respectful to your neighbors. Since there were 4 of us with myself, Jordan, Daniel, and Charla, we had 2 tents and a little hangout area away from the sun under a monkey hut that we built. And since we were using lag screws to help keep our tents anchored to the ground in the wind, we modified the normal rebar design of a monkey hut to accommodate lag screws as anchors, and it worked really well. We also had a solar panel and battery system to help charge the batteries we used for the hammer drill, and to power our orange bucket swamp cooler, which actually didn't work the greatest in the tent setup that we used. It definitely helped, but not as much as I hoped. The 3 most common ways to get around are walking, biking, and riding on an art car. And because of how large Burning Man is, bikes are everywhere. Riding across playa is simple on a bike. It's all flat and mostly hard surface, though you're likely to hit some sandy sections that could take the bike out from under you if you aren't careful. If your bike breaks, radical self-reliance says that you can use the spare supplies you brought with you. But if you can't manage to fix it yourself, a few camps do provide bicycle repair as a gift to help folks out. And if you're in a real pickle, you can look for a yellow bike, which is for emergency temporary use by anyone in the community, although they are actually painted green. Make sure you bring some goggles or face coverings. If you're riding on a bike or caught in a dust storm, you'll want to keep the dust out of your eyes and mouth. You won't find normal cars driving around the playa, just Mutant Vehicles approved by the Black Rock DMV. There are many rules a vehicle must follow to be approved for use on playa, but the biggest is that little to none of the base vehicle should be visible, which makes for some amazing designs. Some host DJs, some spew flames, and some are just art, but each one is as interesting as the next. From 2 o'clock to 10 o'clock and Esplanade to K, the city is full of life and things to see and do. There are plenty of themed bars where you can socialize, or you might come across an experience like the aquarium, where you can see the fish and be the fish. Some camps have mutant vehicles, some serve late night soup, and some even provide the ability to take a shower. In the middle is Center Camp, an open community space for all, and one of the few locations that you can also get ice. Outside the city streets, the wild desert opens up to art and creativity without limits. This is where you'll find the massive art installations and some of the main landmarks like the Man and the Temple. Everything within the horseshoe of the city streets is the inner playa, and the Man takes center stage here along with anything from the Thunderdome to the Banana for Scale. Further beyond the temple is the deep playa where anything goes, where you might find a drone show, some epic art installations, and the deep playa music zone. It is called Burning Man, so of course there's a Burning Man. The Man burns on Saturday night and almost everyone collects toward the Man to see the spectacle, but it's not the only burn. There are multiple art installations burning on multiple different nights, which this year included Coney McConeface. And the best way to hear about the burns, and most useful and non-useful information, is to tune into Black Rock City's own radio station, 94.5 BMIR. Overall, Burning Man is an epic experience in one of the most harsh environments in the US. There are nearly infinite things to do and see, and plenty of amazing people to meet along the way. It's a tough adventure, but with enough preparation, it's totally worth visiting at least once in your life.
It's been a great burn, but now it's time to drive back across the country towards home. All the resources I used to help plan this trip are down below in the description, and if you have any questions for me, put them in the comments section and I'll do my best to answer them. Happy burn, and I'll see you in the next video.